On the visitor's sideline, there's the Bengals head coach, Zach Taylor. His team fired up and ready for this one. Across from him, the Saints head coach, Kellen Moore. His guys come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson. It is for real. Season begins here. Off we go from the Superdome. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Saints ready to go to work on offense for the first time. They're led out by the third quarterback taken in the 2025 draft. Out of Louisville, it's Tyler Shuck.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week one of the NFL season? I mean, after months of anticipation, debate, speculation, it all gets settled on the field. New coaches, new teams, rookies playing their first time. Man, it's just an exciting time of year, and I'm pumped to be calling it alongside you. So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29. Now Shuck. He'll get this out wide. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 33 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
Now a handoff, ETN, and they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. Not what you want to see quarter one of week one. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
From the gun, it's shot. Here's a shot toward the end zone. Asante Samuel that time, all over him in coverage.
It's hard to play that ball any better than the way that defender did right there. I mean, to stay patient throughout the entire play and make sure that not only are you in prime position to make it, but then once the ball is there, attack it, knock it down, and save a touchdown.
Throwing on second down, shot. Oh, a bad decision there. Off his back foot, it's intercepted. Picked by Demetrius Knight. And the Bengals are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
It's not often like that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception, but boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. They are led out by the number one at LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league, and really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
Gesicki, the man in motion. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Cincinnati.
Here we go.
Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow now to throw on first down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Danny Stutzman. He's into the sack column early in the season. A sack on this opening drive.
And after allowing a chunk play on that previous down, nice job there settling in. They make a big play of their own, and they get him down for a sack.
On one, ready?
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Here we go.
They bring Chase in motion. Burrow here on second down. He'll swing this one out wide to his running back. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Brings up third and 13.
12. 11 mighty.
Burrow.
11 mighty.
It is brought in the end zone. Luke McCaffrey. Touchdown, Bengals.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. $7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. To return, it's Kendre Miller. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The Saints offense ready to see the football for the second time. They had that pick on the opening drive. It led to a touchdown. So 7-0 the deficit as they get the ball back. 1st and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Down at the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8. Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. Hit as he throws and is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down.
Let's go.
To the air is Shuck. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively, and it sets up 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
This fielded inside the 35. The Bengals offense about ready to get going on their 2nd possession. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. Behind.
They'll motion a tight end right.
Right in.
That is caught out wide on the RPO. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down.
Nice example there, Mike, with the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Short one into the hands of Gesicki. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. We'll see how they want to attack things here, backed up deep in their own end. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action here with Chuck. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
2nd and 10. On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Ready? 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 Panther 6. 60. Panther 60.
Shot. To the outside, complete to Johnson. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a first down.
These third down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on third down.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
70 ring. Here we go. Rocco 80.
Off the play fake, here's shot. He'll air it out down the middle. That is knocked away, incomplete. Good coverage there defensively, all over him. And it'll be 2nd down.
So it's a 3-deep zone here, so they call that cover 3 defense. So what they're going to have is they're going to have a center fielder. He's going to be in the middle of the field, and it's his job that on the quarterback's throw, he has to be able to break and play that entire middle third of the defense. So you got to have the right guy back there, not only with the instincts, but then the speed and the ball skills to go make a play on the ball.
On 2nd down, here's ETN. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
Defensive coaches preach every day, Mike, swarm to the ball. Get as many hats to the ball carrier as possible. And this is a great reason why. The ball carrier is able to make the first guy miss, but it was the pursuit from the rest of the defense that's able to get him down and keep him to no gain.
Now Shuck on 3rd down. You look middle here, and there's Olave. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down's looming. Now some movement up front, and we'll hear from our referee for the first time here today. Here's Ryan Wright now, and he's on to punt for the 2nd time in this opening quarter. This one fielded out beyond the 25. The Bengals offense ready to see what they can do. They lead it here early 7-0 as they start with a 1st and 10.
11. Gun.
Here's Brown. They'll try to get back to the line, but it's not happening. Gonna lose a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
12.
On the ground, it's Brown. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards, and that leads to 3rd down.
Here we go.
One of the tight ends in motion right. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And he's very close to a 1st down, out of bounds right at the marker. Spot is just a little short, so it is 4th down. Here's Ryan Rico now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And he's going to be hit and dropped right away. That's great coverage there. Winds up with nothing on the return. The Saints offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Here is shot. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Throwing is shot. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. And that's a good gain there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
They'll try and run for the first with ETN. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Looked to me like the quarterback had the option to pull that and make it a throw, but he decides to give it. Probably wishes looking back that he would have pulled it because there was nowhere for that running back to go.
Here's their punter now as he is on to punt for New Orleans. Woo! And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10.
Gun.
Now, Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, you know, Mike, if I had to guess, I'd say that's probably not what they had in mind when they called that play, but those guys on defense, it felt like they knew what was coming from the start, and they got to him in a hurry.
2nd down, Burrow. The throw here is complete. They'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
The drag route is certainly not the most complicated route on the route tree, but a really nice job there using the scheme to create separation. He did a really nice job there working across the middle of the field as he made himself open.
So, first quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. It's the Bengals on top. More from New Orleans after this. It's Bengals football here to begin the 2nd quarter. And they've got it with 3rd and 6 coming up.
11, Thomas.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll find Chase. That's complete. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why.
Here we go.
Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
A tight end in motion now. On 1st down, Burrow. Right back to Chase. He's got it again.
Just take what the defense is giving you, and you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch-and-catch throws underneath, pitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Eleven MT.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. That one's on Orlando Brown Jr. So, from 3rd and 2, back him up to 3rd and 7.
Here we go.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. He's got a receiver, it's Chase. That's catch 3 just on this drive, and it gets his team a first down.
That's good for a Bengals first down.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
Quick throw, taken in. He gets free. And he will get into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. What a job to finish the play with a touchdown. The catch and carry, and the carry part, Greg, that was the most impressive there.
Well, you said it, Mike. The catch was nice, but it's what can you do after the catch that really separates guys in this league. In this case, he did plenty because it ended up in a touchdown.
McPherson now for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Bengals move out on top, 14-0. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The return team gonna let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. The Saints offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They're staring at a 2-touchdown deficit, 14-0. The score as the offense tries to regroup and get going with 1st and 10. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. On play action, it's shut. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. First catch for him on this new season, and it results in a 1st down.
The defender has to do a better job here, Mike, of getting depth. He wants to elevate that ball to give his secondary defender a chance to make a play. He gets too much width, not enough depth, and a quarterback like this is going to take advantage.
Bronco 80.
Shot quick to Olave. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They get 21 on that one. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the 1st down.
On the handoff, it's Etienne. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional, you become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Let's go now. 18 card. Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Ready.
On the ground, this is Kendra Miller. He'll get this inside the 20, a nice run. They're in the red zone. It's first down.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult for the defense.
70 Lions.
On first down, shot. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete. What a job in coverage, muscling that one free. It'll be second down now.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late, and it's probably a touchdown.
We'll try again. It's second and 10.
Set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Hut, hut.
Here's ETN. And he'll get maybe about 4 yards out of that one. Lane closed quickly. Here comes third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Come on, set. Cowboy 80. Go.
From the gun, it's shot. That is caught by the tight end. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Saints. Greg, they have such a knack. It's like they're on the same page. The quarterback almost feels like, well, when you were playing, you know where that guy's going to be in the end zone.
Yeah, we used to have a saying, Mike, we say we don't run routes like they're lines on a piece of paper, and especially against zone coverage. Down here in the red zone, the rule is if you're open, stay open. Don't run past an open zone to get covered. That's exactly what this tight end does here. Friendly target, ball on time, touchdown.
The kick is good. Makes the score Bengals 14, Saints 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more.
On one, ready?
They'll do so with first and 10.
Here we go, here we go.
They bring Chase in motion. Burrow now to throw on first down. Catch left side is made by Higgins.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
Now a second down throw for Burrow. No dice there. He is met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Brought down back at the 24-yard line.
A tough spot here. Third and long. Here's Burrow. That's into the hands of Gesicki. He's got it. 16-yard pickup on that one. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
A quick slant taken by Chase. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself in your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard.
I'm one, right?
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow now. He'll get this out to the left flat. And no place to go. He's hit and taken down behind the line.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Second time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one.
That's another Bengals first down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
He'll carry this one inside the 20, into the red zone. Give him 8 on that count. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
11.
Play action now. It's Burrow. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Pete Werner working his way in to register his first sack of the new season. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. A couple of third down conversions already on this drive. This one tougher. This is 3rd and 10.
12.
Back to throw. Burrow gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
So now the Saints will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming.
A 41-yard attempt.
McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals build their cushion to 10. It's now 17-7.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Miller now to return it. Whoa! And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Saints offense make their way out to take over once more. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts 1st and 10.
Let's go. Hawk 70. Ready?
To the air is shot. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
They tried to go with the quick game here in hopes they could do something with it after the catch, but I don't think everyone was necessarily on the same page, and this ends up being a wasted down.
60 Bison. 60.
Chuck to throw on 2nd down. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up third down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
Can't ask for much more. On the screen, they gain 19 yards and a first down.
And that's an important conversion, not only because it keeps their offense on the field, and now they can go down and see if they can steal some late points. But either way, worst case scenario, Mike, if you're the offense here, you want to possess the ball going into halftime. Don't give your opponent a chance to go down and score on you. So big pickup there. Now we'll see if they can turn it into some points.
Chris Olave, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
This throw left side is complete, and he'll be forced out of bounds. A gain of 16 yards. First down, New Orleans.
Really nice throw there. The ability to throw the ball out on the perimeter. Yes, arm strength and all of that, but it's also timing. The timing of the route. When is that wide receiver coming out of his break to deliver that ball accurately as his head comes around? If the ball's thrown too early, the receiver's not ready. If the ball's thrown too late, that's when disaster strikes.
And he'll be out of bounds as the first down completion nets about 3.
Out of bounds at the 36-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
It is second and 6.
Set. Cowboy 80.
Throwing again, Shuck. This one complete right side. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line. That's the second time they connect on this drive. This one good for 13 yards.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
He was trying to get it to Alvin Kamara that time. And it'll bring up second down.
All right, so the ball falls incomplete, but I think what it does now, Mike, is it allows you to stop the clock, get in the huddle, take a deep breath, and now your play caller has to give you the best play. Go get points here before the half and try to build something going into halftime.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
The air once more. Shoot! Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Saints going to use their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long.
Cougar 19. Check up.
Operating out of the gun, this is Shuck. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. Javon Vele was the intended target. And it's going to be fourth down.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunate this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Good snap, good hold, good kick. And the Saints are back within a score. It's now 17-10.
Outside of coming away with a touchdown, I'm not sure they could have done any better to close out that half. I mean, they burned all the clock, they don't let the opponent possess the ball, and they come away with points.
Here comes a return from the 5. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
Here we go. 180. Plays hot.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, halftime straight ahead. And we send it over and hold that thought. Ready for the third quarter. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Gesicki, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, Burrow. The middle of the field, that's taken in by Chase. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. From the 33, here's 2nd and 4.
11, Thomas.
Now Brown. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. Ryan Brzee there for the tackle.
And after that short run, puts them a little bit closer to the 1st down marker. And they're going to need to create more running room on the ground if they plan on extending this drive.
180.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's going to have enough for a 1st down. He's out of bounds after a gain of 5.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
11, MT, hey, can.
On the left side of that offensive line. From the 41, here's 2nd down and 9. To throw is Burrow. He'll set up the screen to Brown. Finding room at midfield. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. They get an even 20 on that one. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
It's a gain of 20. 1st down, Cincinnati.
All right, Mike, so the way they teach these screenplays to the offensive lineman is you got to stop the defender's feet. You just don't want him to get a free, clean rush to the quarterback because you're so worried about getting out in front of the back. Make him start his rush over again before you slip out. Ball gets dumped right over the rusher's head. Bang, now you're in the open field. All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
11.
Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. He's got room to roam. And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign.
11.
Ball resting on the 9. 1st down and goal. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up second and goal. A carry here for Brown. And the defense stiffening here. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Third and goal coming up.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Bengals.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Bengals move out to a 24-10 lead.
Saints 10.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Brown now to return it. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. We'll start the drive with Miller. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Jordan Battle up from his safety spot makes the play.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
Now ETN. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it.
At this point in the game, Mike, we just haven't seen a lot of fire out of this offense. Here's another run, simple handoff, no gain.
This is 3rd and 6.
Set. Bravo 80.
Chuck. He's got his man. That's Olave. 17 yards on that connection. It's good for a Saints first down.
17 yards. And the Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Go.
They'll run a draw now. It's Camaro. And he's going to be knocked down hard behind the line.
Well, on the back of the previous play, Mike, we saw him have some success. Through the air, they try to change it up with a draw, but the defense wasn't having any of it, didn't sell out for the pass. They're able to stop that one for a loss.
Here's a 2nd and 12.
Let's go. Pass the 60. Pass the 60.
Throwing is shot. Flush to his right. Now he'll run.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn. To a runner, a little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Here's 3rd and 7.
Shut up. Viking 18. Take off.
To throw is shut. Quick throw here is complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go, and here's Shuck. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down. There's Zach Taylor as his Bengals make their way back onto the field. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead. Out further.
Here we go. Here we go.
Gesicki, the man in motion.
So they're not going to get the yardage to reflect it, but I actually thought that was a pretty nice job by the running back, at least getting back to the original line of scrimmage. This offensive line, they've got to do a better job getting him through untouched. His yards before contact got to be better.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
Twelve.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he's going to be close to that 1st down. Looks like he made it past the yellow line. Yes, he did. It is indeed a 1st down. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Gun. Got. Right.
Here comes the jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of it. They get him down for a loss on the play.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical. Take a look at his eyes. You can see the quarterback clearly going through all of his progressions, and he's quick to realize there's nowhere to go with this ball. He makes the right decision and gets out of there, picks up some good yardage, and gets down on the ground.
Well, it's another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to have the 1st down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on 3rd down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and So far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Burrow now to throw on first down. We'll try and set up the tight end screen. And he'll take this one in. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Cincinnati. That his second touchdown now here in the season opener.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will extend this third quarter lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Miller now to return it. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. The Saints offense back onto the field for their next possession. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week one matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
Chuck looking to throw on first down. Now a screen set up for ETN. And that one just too long to get going. They'll come up, stop him before the lineman could get out to lead the way.
Well, the best screen plays, of course, you want the offensive lineman out in front of the running back. They act as his escort, his lead blockers. But what you can't afford is for the defenders to be in the backfield and get to the running back, because those offensive linemen, they can't help him at all.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
From the gun, it's Chuck. Over the middle of the big target, fast. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
And that was just a simple read that time. He knew his guy was going to come open in the middle of the field based on the look they gave. All he had to do was let the play develop and then deliver a strike to pick up the first down.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to ETN. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. Gonna get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. From the 31, here's 2nd down and 2.
Ready? Hiking 18. Ready?
Little quick pass to the receiver heading right. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay,
Ball down to the 16-yard line. And it's 1st and 10. Now shut. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete.
You know, so far throughout the game, we've seen him make a lot of plays in the run game, but now he shows that he can hold his own in coverage as well. Really nice job there by the linebacker, making an impact in the passing game.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
70 Timberwolf. Ready, right?
That is caught out wide on the RPO. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
To the air again is shut. That one broken up and is incomplete. This defensive secondary, they have been really a no-fly zone all game long. It continues here. And brings up 4th down.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Saints are able to put up 3 and cut into the lead.
And when you find yourself down double digits, you don't want to make habit of settling for these field goals. It does allow them to chip away a little bit and cut into this deficit, but they've got to find a way to score touchdowns.
This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. There's Zach Taylor as his Bengals make their way back onto the field, and they have done all you could ask for. Closing in on a road victory to start the campaign as they try to finish things off here in quarter number 4.
Here we go. 12.
They'll run here with Brown. Not much happening there, just a short game.
On 1, ready?
2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Gun.
Motion man is the tight end going right.
Right 80.
They'll stick with him again. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. A pickup of 14 on that one. The Bengals going to have a 1st down.
A gain of 14.
He'll stay on the ground. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. That is 14 for the 2nd time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a 1st down. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
1st down.
Here we go.
They'll run it here. It's Samaje Perine. And a strong 1st down run, a pickup of 9, setting up 2nd and short.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Saints' 35-yard line.
Let's get set. Dot.
They bring their tight end right.
Can.
2nd down. Burrow. And He'll be brought down after a short pickup, but that is enough for a first down. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign.
1-1, ready?
We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They bring the tight end in motion. Here's Brown. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 15-yard pickup there. It's a Cincinnati first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the 4th quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
On first down, Burrow. That is hauled in at the 5. And he's taken down, but they are in business. This sets up 1st and goal.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So really nice job here late. Let's see if they can put this one out of reach.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign. It's back at the 8 now for 2nd and goal.
11. 180.
Throwing is Burrow. He'll look underneath here for Brown. And he's into the end zone yet again. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Bengals. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it, and the Bengals will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter.
Saints 13.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Miller now to return it. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Now, out comes the New Orleans offense. They're ready to take over once again. They'll begin with 1st and 10.
Here we go. Hiking 18. Ready.
They'll go play action here with Chuck. A throw on the move is caught. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. Can't ask for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive.
Ready up.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Ready. Pat the 60. Pat.
On 1st and 10, here's Shuck on the run to the right.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6.
70 Lion. Go.
Looking to throw. Here is Shuck. Here's a screen coming for Kamara. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Good-looking screen play there. A gain of 11 and a first down.
It's really been a one-sided game, but how often do we see in the fourth quarter the team that finds themselves down by a lot, they start to come alive? I think it's a combination of trying to end the game on a positive note, but also sometimes that defense getting a little lackadaisical.
That's to the right side and incomplete.
And this is where the timing of these passing games, you see guys, they call it routes on air, Mike. During the course of the week, there's no defense, nobody playing on coverage, but it's the timing. It's be on time, get your depth, be where the quarterback expects you to be, because then when the game starts, things get sped up just a little bit more for the quarterback. And in this case, it's a perfect example. He's open, he tries to lead his guy, just puts a little too much in front of him.
Caught left side by Fant. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Oh, he won't get there. Looking for a cutback lane. It never opened up. And now it's 4. Down.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Huh.
They'll run for it. It's Kamara. And he's not going anywhere. Stuck behind the line. They have turned it over on down.
You find yourself down big. It's the fourth quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read, seemingly every time.
11 MT.
On the ground, it's Brown. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
12, 12, 12. Here we go, here we go.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
Here we go.
We'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's got a Bengals first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
And this is just a defeated. Defense at this point in the game, Mike. It's been like this all day long. They just have not been able to get the stops when they've needed them. Here's another chance on 3rd down, and they just can't make a play.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
On 1, ready?
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Stop. Stop.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple. Going to get a stoppage here. We have an injured Bengal on the field.
11 MT.
3rd, they need 8. throw. That's complete on the slant. And he's very close to a first down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. The offense is staying right there. They're going for it. 4th and a couple.
12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he's going to have the Bengals first down. They find a way to keep the drive going with the 4th down conversion.
On 2, ready?
2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
They'll turn and hand this one off. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Gun. Cut. 180. 180.
Tight end, the motion man to the right. Play clock has expired. You're not going to get this one off on top.
Here we go. 180.
Moving the tight end right.
180.
Now Brown. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down.
37-yard line. A 3-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. Cut. 180. 180. Cut.
They'll send the tight end in motion right. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. Whoa, things are getting tougher. It's now 3rd and 15.
11.
Carry here for Brown. And this defense holding their ground. They'll stop him for no gain. 4th down, straight ahead.
You can always tell what a team's decision will be on 4th down, Mike, based on what they do on 3rd down. In this case, unfortunately, they didn't get enough yards on the ground to make that 4th down more manageable. So I think they have to reconsider whether they'd go for it here.
So this one, a win for the visiting Bengals. They move to 1-0, getting the victory to begin the new campaign. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.